Judges chapter 14. Samson journeyed to Timnath and encountered a woman from the daughters of the Philistines. Excitedly, he returned to his father and mother and declared, "I have seen a woman in Timnath among the Philistine women. Now, please arrange for her to be my wife." His parents inquired, "Isn't there a suitable woman among your own relatives or people? Must you go after an uncircumcised Philistine woman?" But Samson responded, "Get her for me, she pleases me." Unbeknownst to his parents, this was part of the Lord's plan to provoke a confrontation with the Philistines, who ruled over Israel at that time. Samson and his parents journeyed to Timnath, passing through the vineyards, where a young lion suddenly roared at him. Empowered by the Spirit of the Lord, Samson tore the lion apart as if it were a young goat. However, he kept this incident hidden from his parents. Continuing his interaction with the woman, Samson found her pleasing. Some time later, as he returned to marry her, he turned aside to see the carcass of the lion and found a swarm of bees and honey within it. Taking some honey in his hands, he ate along the way. Upon reaching his parents, he also gave them some honey, though he did not disclose its source. Samson's father went to visit the woman, and Samson prepared a feast, as was customary for young men. When the people of Timnath saw him, they brought 30 companions to be with him. Samson proposed a riddle to them, saying, "I have a riddle for you. If you can solve it within the 7 days of the feast, I will give you 30 linen garments and 30 changes of clothing. But if you cannot solve it, you will give me the same. Tell me if you're up for the challenge." He presented the riddle. Out of the eater came something to eat, and out of the strong came something sweet. For 3 days, they struggled to decipher it. On the 7th day, they pressed Samson's wife, urging her to entice her husband to reveal the riddle. They threatened to burn her and her father's house if she didn't comply. In tears, she pleaded with Samson, accusing him of not loving her and keeping her in the dark about the riddle. Samson replied, "I haven't even told my father or mother, why should I tell you?" For 7 days, she persisted in her pleas. Finally, on the 7th day, worn down by her persistence, Samson divulged the riddle to her. She promptly shared the riddle's solution with the men of her people. As the sun was setting on the 7th day, the men of the city approached Samson and posed, "What is sweeter than honey? And what is stronger than a lion?" He discerned that they had used his wife to uncover the riddle and responded, "If you hadn't plowed with my heifer, you wouldn't have solved my riddle." Empowered by the Spirit of the Lord, Samson journeyed to Ashkelon, killed 30 men, and took their garments to fulfill his promise to those who had solved the riddle. His anger burned, and he went back to his father's house. As a result of the riddle incident, Samson's wife was given to his companion, whom he had befriended.